So Billy, a 3-1 win here at Knaresborough tonight to put us into the League Cup semi-final. What are your thoughts on tonight's performance overall?
I thought it was a good professional team performance by the lads. I mean, we obviously made 7 changes from the game on Saturday. We had to have a rethink having lost the game on Thursday, which was been rescheduled and give us a bit of a pile up of fixtures. But yeah, really chuffed with the lads that came in and for the club, to think we had a young Casey Stewart on there who's 17, 18-year-old, and Ryan Woodhead who's playing under 21 football with 4 ex-Premier League players as well. And then the man who grabs the headlines is Carl Stewart, and he deserves it. He deserves it more than anyone.
Yeah, just to touch on Carl for a minute. He'll grab the headlines tonight, and rightly so. It's good to see him back in the goals tonight. It's been a frustrating season for him, but 3 well-taken goals.
It's been a difficult season for Carl because he had a really bad injury, and then by the time he was coming back, we're playing well, and we've got established goal scorers up top, and chances have been few and far between for Carl. But I tell you what, give the kid his due, he's stuck with it, and he's got his reward tonight. His first goal in class. His movement to get onto the through ball was absolutely brilliant, and he didn't need any touches. He knew exactly where the goal was, and it was brilliant first. It was a great finish, and it set him up for the rest. It was always really good. Yeah, Carl's he done really well and put us in the driving seat, and then to step up and take the penalty and get the third was credit to the lad for everything he's done.
There were 4 ex-Premier League players starting for us tonight. How do you think Seb, Richard, Cresswell, John Green and Matt Heath did tonight?
Well, I'm not saying Heath did well because I've got to work with him tomorrow, so I'm going to slaughter him tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, it's great for the football club, isn't it, to see the football.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible to say at NCL club. For
this level of football, yeah, without a doubt. And there's such humble lads as well. We're sat in the change room now, and they come in. There's no egos. There's no, they're so down to earth. And they're really good at implementing the game plan. They fully understand it. They know how to slow the game down. They know how to speed the game up. They understand how to change the direction of attack. They understand. You see them stood still a lot, but stood still for the right reasons, because their movement and their thinking is good enough to get on the ball at the right times, and they killed the game at the right times for us tonight against a young, vibrant, enthusiastic Knaresborough team who, if we'd have given them a sniff, any sniff whatsoever of being in the game, I'm sure they'd have took it.
And just speaking to Cressy after the game, he said he loved every minute of it, was smiling throughout. It's refreshing to hear that, isn't it, from a player's experience to miss the game so much at any level.
Yeah. Well, John O said it to me. We were laughing and joking, and I said, Cressy, that's it now. If you get that trick tonight, you're in for the rest of the season. And he said, no. And John O said, well, that's what I said. I said 1 game. He said, look at me, I've been here all year. So, no, brilliant. To have him in and around it, to have him around the dressing room. It's been a good night for the football club tonight, but we've got to go back to the seriousness of the league now. Got some big games coming up. There'll be a lot of players coming in. No Jimmy Beadle here tonight, no Josh Green in here tonight. Connor away with work. We intended us to rest Dan Clayton, but he eventually managed to get his way onto the bench because we lost Nick Black in the warm-up.
How is Nick Black?
I think he'll be fine. He's just got a bit of a with his flexors. Keep calling him a bit of a problem, but Lucy's dealing with it, so fingers crossed Nick will be fine. And then spoke to Liam this week as well. Liam's back at work now, so fingers crossed Liam's on the road to recover. Whether or not he'll run out of time, I don't know, because it's obviously not the stuffing out of him. So we'll see. But great to see young Casey and Ryan
just to touch on that, from the experience to the youngsters. Ryan Woodhead he played a few good this season, but like I said, Carl Stewart's cousin, who's actually 16 years old.
Right, okay, Casey.
So how do you think they did? Because it's an incredible performance.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant for Casey. Because the original plan was to get him some game time and maybe put him in the middle with John O to play alongside John O in the middle of the park for Jace to give Jace a bit of a rest. But we spoke to Jace. Jace was fine, and then Nick, when he pulled up in the warm up, it'd have been easier to say, let's put a Baker on, or we had Tom Corner on the bench, we had Clates on the bench, we had Josh Barrett on the bench as well, we had Greg on the bench. So it'd have been easier to say, put one of them on, but we didn't. We stuck with our guns and we said, you know, that he turned up the training case and looked really, really good. So it was important to give him a taste of what it's like, and I'm sure, you know, if you spoke to him, he'd talk about his experiences and the pace of the game and the lack of time you get in possession and that. But no, I thought he did great, and him and Ryan down that left-hand side really shut up shop for us, and you know, they really, really restricted Knaresborough to few and far between chances.
I think Knaresborough deserve some credit for their second half fight back. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I always say, you know, that what we've become very good at is, and we did it on Saturday, is we get our noses in front, and what we're learning is how to manage games and how to go through this game management, because, you know, if we don't get it right, we'll run out of steam, and playing on the counter and playing on the break and playing with pace in your side is exhausting and tiring. So there are times in the game when you need to take your breaks, you need to sit in and protect what you've got, and we've become very good at that. So what tends to happen is teams have a bit of possession and you know, they get a little bit of a sniff, but in terms of creating chances, you know, other than the goal that was scored, which was probably our own doing really, because it bobbled about a little bit and we had opportunity to clear it. They had another chance in the half, but then after that he's struggling to find any clear-cut chances, and that's taking nothing away from them, because they kept probing and they're driven on by the management team, who were really enthusiastic about the game. So yeah, much credit to them, and nice to see a big crowd here tonight. You know, that's always good to see at this sort of stage of the season.
Moving on to Saturday now, quick turnarounds. We'll encounter a lot of them coming up, won't we? Travel to Thackley. What are you expecting from that match? I'm
expecting a really difficult derby. You know, and that's how we will approach the game. You know, the form guide has been good. They've had some really, really good results, and I'm sure they will make it as difficult as they possibly can. What we've got to do is make sure that, you know, between now and then we do the right thing. We're professional about what we do, and we'll go and we'll give it a really, really good go. You know, and I'm sure if we get it right, then there's no reason why we can't have a good go at getting the 3 points.
Well done tonight, Billy. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks.